Hey everyone, and welcome to another deep dive. This time, we're taking a look at a new trading tool called MillionAlgo VIP V1. We've got a bunch of research articles, some hands-on notes about it. So think of this as your sort of crash course in figuring out what it does and whether it might be right for, your trading.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting because MillionAlgo VIP V1 is really going beyond just, a basic indicator. It's kind of like a Swiss Army knife built for, advanced traders. It brings together traditional technical analysis with some really cutting-edge AI stuff. Think like dynamic trend lines and, machine learning to spot patterns.
Oh wow, I'm intrigued already. So let's start with the basics. What's the main idea behind MillionAlgo VIP V1 and who is it really made for?
So at its heart, MillionAlgo VIP V1 is about giving traders more, precision and flexibility when they're making decisions. It's really designed for those who are ready to move past, just basic indicators and want a more, I guess you could say, nuanced way to look at the market.
So it's not just like a simple buy or sell signal. It gives you more context.
Exactly. It helps you get a deeper understanding of how the market's moving, like, for example, trailing stop losses. Most traders struggle with knowing when to adjust those. MillionAlgo VIP V1 kind of takes the guesswork out of it with this thing they call Smart Trail.
Okay, yeah, I'm seeing how that level of control could be really useful. But let's maybe back up a bit. We've got all these features, but how does the average trader actually use all this stuff? Is it overwhelming?
Not at all. MillionAlgo VIP V1 is actually pretty user-friendly. One thing I really like is how much you can customize it. You can pick which signals you want to see, set the presets for different trading styles like scalping or swing trading, and even adjust how the indicator calculates those signals. It's all about making it work for, your needs and how much risk you're comfortable with.
Right, customization is key. It's kind of like choosing the right settings on a camera to get that perfect shot. Okay, so let's talk about those advanced features that really caught my eye. The ones with names like Trend Catcher, Trend Tracer, and Quantum Cloud. It sounds kind of like something out of a sci-fi movie, to be honest.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? But they're all based on solid trading principles. Like Trend Catcher helps you figure out how strong a trend is and where it's going. That's essential for any trading strategy. It's like having a compass that points you toward where the market's most likely going to go.
Oh, that's a great way to put it. And what about that Quantum Cloud? It sounds super mysterious.
So think of it as a modern version of the Ichimoku cloud, which is a popular indicator that helps you find support and resistance levels. But the quantum cloud uses advanced algorithms to try and give you a more accurate picture of where the price might go next.
So it's like taking a classic tool and giving it an AI boost.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then there's the trend tracer, which dynamically adjusts to the current trend. So you can actually see, where the market's headed.
It sounds like MillionAlgo VIP V1 has got pretty much everything covered. From finding trends to figuring out entry and exit points. What about other indicators that traders like to use? Are those included too?
Oh, yeah, definitely. MillionAlgo VIP V1 has all the usual suspects like moving averages, the VWAP, and momentum indicators like the whole moving average. And you can customize all of them to match your own settings. It's like having everything you need all in one place, so you don't have to keep switching between different platforms or indicators.
Okay, cool. So we've talked about trend analysis, all the customization, and even how it uses those traditional indicators. But one thing we haven't gotten to yet are the actual signals themselves. I know MillionAlgo VIP V1 doesn't just give you basic buy and sell signals, right? There's got to be more to it.
Oh, you're right. It actually puts its signals into different categories to help you understand how strong and reliable each one might be. So you've got your regular normal signals, which are like your basic buy and sell alerts. But then you have smart signals, which are filtered for higher accuracy. And then there are market move signals for those who are more into, short-term, quick price changes.
Ah, so you can really choose what type of signals you want to focus on, depending on your style and how much risk you're willing to take.
Yeah, I think that's what makes it so cool. A lot of traders get caught up in chasing every signal they see, and that can lead to, impulsive decisions and losing money. But by putting signals into categories and letting you pick which ones you want to see, MillionAlgo VIP V1 encourages you to be more, thoughtful and strategic about your trading.
I can see how that would be really helpful,
Yeah.
especially for newer traders who are still trying to figure out how to make decisions. But having all those signals popping up on your chart can still be a lot to handle, right?
You're totally right. That's why MillionAlgo VIP V1 has this really awesome feature, a dashboard that shows you all the important info in a clear and simple way. You can see your current positions, trends, strength volatility levels, even sentiment data. all in one place.
Whoa, that's a game changer. It's like having a control panel for the markets.
Yeah,
But I feel like we're just scratching the surface here, right?
yeah.
There's still more to explore, especially when it comes to alerts and automation.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And that's actually where we'll pick up in part 2 of this deep dive.
Awesome. We'll be back in a flash to dig deeper into MillionAlgo VIP V1.
So we were talking about how MillionAlgo VIP V1 helps you cut through all the clutter, with its signal categories and that really cool dashboard.
Right. But let's be real. No one wants to be staring at their screens 24/7 waiting for the perfect trade to show up. Time is money, after all. So let's talk about those features that can help us, free up some time and maybe even reduce some of that trading stress. Things like alerts and automation.
Yeah, MillionAlgo VIP V1 has a really solid alert system. It's not just like basic price alerts. You can set alerts for all those special signals we were talking about, like smart signals crossovers, changes in trend direction, even those potential reversal points that a lot of people miss.
So it's kind of like having a personal trading assistant watching the markets for you and letting you know when something interesting happens. But what about those who want to go even further and automate some of their trading?
Well, that's where it gets even more interesting. MillionAlgo VIP V1 connects with a bunch of popular trading platforms, so you can actually automatically execute trades based on like rules you set up beforehand. Like you could set it to automatically enter a trade when a smart signal pops up and the trend catcher confirms the trend.
Wow, that's pretty powerful stuff. It really takes the emotion out of trading, which can be a big problem for a lot of people. But we can't forget about the other side of things, risk management. We can have all the fancy signals and automation in the world, but if we don't manage our risk properly, it's all pointless.
You're absolutely right. And MillionAlgo VIP V1 doesn't disappoint when it comes to risk management. One thing I really like is how flexible it is with stop losses. You can choose from percentage-based stops pips, the last swing, high or low, or even just a fixed amount.
So it works for different trading styles and risk levels, whether you're a scalper who needs those tight stops or a swing trader who's okay with wider stops.
Exactly. And to help you make the most of your games, MillionAlgo VIP V1 automatically figures out multiple take-profit levels based on the risk-reward ratio you choose. This takes the guesswork out of profit-taking and helps you stay disciplined.
For a lot of traders, myself included, it's hard to let those winning trades run. It's so tempting to get out of a trade too early because you're afraid the market's going to turn against you.
Yeah.
How does MillionAlgo VIP V1 deal with that?
Well, it actually has this feature called dynamic take profit levels. So as your trade is moving in your favor, the take profit level adjusts along with it. This helps you lock in more profits while still giving the trade some room to breathe.
Ah, so it's like having a safety net that gets bigger as your profits grow, so you don't end up cutting your winning trade short too soon. That's really smart. But this is all focused on what's happening on one chart, one time frame. What about seeing the bigger picture?
Well, that's where multi-time frame analysis comes in. MillionAlgo VIP V1 can analyze multiple time frames at the same time, giving you a more complete view of the market.
So like, I could be looking for entries on a 15-minute chart, but also checking the overall trend on the 4-hour or even the daily chart altogether.
Exactly. This helps you confirm your signals and make sure you're trading in the right direction. It's about avoiding those trades that look good on a short-term chart, but are actually going against the main trend on a longer time frame.
And to make that multi-time frame analysis even better, MillionAlgo VIP V1 also has a pretty sophisticated swing detection algorithm, right?
Yep. It can automatically find those swing highs and lows across different time frames, which is super important for understanding how the market's moving. It's about seeing the bigger picture and not getting lost in those little price changes.
It sounds like MillionAlgo VIP V1 has pretty much everything covered, from customizable alerts and automated trading to strong risk management and multi-time frame analysis. But there's one more thing we haven't talked about yet, the AI and machine learning stuff.
Right. And that's where things get really exciting. We'll dive into those features in part 3 of this deep dive.
Okay, so we're back and ready to get into like the AI side of MillionAlgo VIP V1. I'm really interested to see, how AI is being used in technical analysis. It feels like we're entering a whole new world.
Yeah, it really is. And MillionAlgo VIP V1 is definitely leading the way. One of the coolest features is the AI trend lines. Unlike the regular trend lines that you have to draw yourself and keep adjusting, these are dynamic. They actually adapt to the market as it changes.
Oh, wow, that sounds super helpful, especially in those crazy markets where the trends are changing all the time. So how do they actually work? Like, what's the secret sauce behind these self-adjusting trend lines?
Well, MillionAlgo VIP V1 uses these machine learning algorithms that are trained on tons of historical market data. These algorithms are like really good at spotting patterns and trends that we might miss, just looking at the charts ourselves. So instead of being fixed, the AI trend lines are constantly learning and changing, giving you a much better picture of what's happening in the market right now.
So it's kind of like having this super smart trading brain working with you, constantly analyzing the market and updating the trend lines as things change.
Exactly. And this can be really helpful when you're trying to decide whether to enter a trade. For example, let's say you see the price breaking out above an AI trend line. Well, that gives you more confidence that it's a good time to buy. It's like having an AI co-pilot double checking your trading ideas.
That makes a lot of sense, especially for people who maybe aren't so good at drawing trend lines or who are always second-guessing themselves. But trend lines are just one part of technical analysis, right? So how else is MillionAlgo VIP V1 using AI to help us make better trading decisions?
Well, another thing AI is really good at is pattern recognition. MillionAlgo VIP V1 uses these machine learning algorithms to automatically find chart patterns. Things like head and shoulders, triangles, flags. You know those patterns that often tell you if the price is going to reverse or keep going in the same direction?
That's so cool. I mean, I spend hours every week looking for those patterns myself. But if MillionAlgo VIP V1 can do it for me, that frees up so much time for me to focus on other parts of my trading plan. But I'm curious, how accurate are these AI pattern recognition features?
That's a great question. Look, no AI is perfect, but the pattern recognition in MillionAlgo VIP V1 has been tested a lot and refined to make sure it's as accurate as possible. Of course, you should always use your own judgment too. Don't just blindly follow any tool, AI or otherwise.
Right, of course. It's all about using these tools to help us make better decisions, not to completely replace our own thinking.
Exactly. And to make those AI features even better, MillionAlgo VIP V1 uses some pretty advanced statistical stuff, things like clustering and kernel estimators.
Hmm. Those sound kind of complicated. Can you explain them in a way that even someone who's not a math whiz can understand?
Sure. Imagine you have a basket of fruit, apples, oranges, bananas. Clustering is like sorting those fruits into groups based on how similar they are, their shape, color, size. In trading, clustering algorithms group together similar market data points, and that can help us see hidden patterns and relationships. Kernel estimators, on the other hand, are kind of like smoothing out the rough edges of a piece of wood. They help us see the underlying trend more clearly by getting rid of all the noise in the data.
So it's all about cleaning up the data and finding those little patterns that we might not see otherwise.
Exactly. And when you combine all of that with the AI trend lines and pattern recognition, you get a really powerful tool for finding those high probability trading opportunities.
I gotta say, I'm really impressed with MillionAlgo VIP V1. It takes the best parts of traditional technical analysis and combines them with the power of AI, giving traders a level of insight and control that we've never had before.
Yeah, I agree. It's a game-changing tool that has the potential to completely change how we trade. But it's important to remember that no tool, no matter how advanced, can guarantee you'll make money in the markets. Trading always has risk. And it takes discipline, patience, and a solid understanding of how the markets work.
Well said. MillionAlgo VIP V1 can definitely help you trade better, but it's not a magic solution. It's a tool to help you make smarter decisions. But in the end, your success comes down to your own skills and how you approach trading.
Absolutely. And that's the main point here. If you're ready to explore the world of AI-powered trading and you want a tool that can give you those deeper insights, MillionAlgo VIP V1 is definitely worth checking out.
Well, thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We hope you found it helpful and informative. Remember, knowledge is power. And the more you know about the tools and tech that are out there, the better prepared you'll be to navigate the world of trading. Happy trading, everyone!